Hey guys, so I know I'm a little bit late to the game here, but I finally want to make a video about Bruce Jenner. I finally watched the interview and it was just so sad. There was just so much hurt. And it was just a painful thing to even watch because of the amount of sadness. And I wanted to finally respond to this whole situation because of some comments that I've seen from radical feminists. I feel like this type of video is necessary. So I'm not trying to blanket everyone, but it is important to point these things out because it's obviously still a problem. Until women are paid the same as men, then playing at being a woman while retaining the benefits of being a man is unfair. She continued, "Do you have a vagina? Are you paid less than men? Then, my friend, you are a woman." Yes, this is one instance with one person, but I've seen other comments from other people on the internet, like this one for example. "Why Bruce Jenner does not deserve to become a woman." Already I'm pissed off because doesn't deserve to become a woman. You either feel like you're a woman and you are, or you feel like a man and you aren't. So it's not a deserving type of thing. It's not something that you have to earn. It's just who you are. If you're a woman, then you're a woman. It doesn't have to be something that is earned or deserved, and who in their right mind on their high horse thinks that they're in any position to tell someone whether or not they deserve to be who they are. Why Bruce Jenner does not deserve to become a woman. He doesn't just get to do this. He can't just become one of us. He doesn't know our struggles, our deep primal duress, and he never will. The hardship of growing up will be foreign to him. The pain of being seen as a lesser will never touch him, and the humiliation of being reduced to but an object of desire will be a ghost before his eyes. Now listen, I understand that women still have problems. There are still women's rights issues that are very important to me, and I speak out about them. I talk about them in videos. But whenever you talk about the pain of being seen lesser will never touch him, and blah blah blah, it's just like the hardship. It's just like you make it seem like it's so horrible. I've experienced things here and there, but overall, my life hasn't been horrible. I haven't been like this oppressed, timid, scared little creature afraid to do anything. The humiliation of being reduced to but an object of desire will be a ghost before his eyes. He can't just jump on the train in the last minute and expect to identify with all the other passengers' journey. I am literally shaking at how presumptive he is. It's opportunistic misogyny of the highest order, and I won't stand for that as a feminist. I won't stand for that as a feminist. Here is this person, this human, a human being, who has suffered, who has struggled their entire life feeling like not themselves. They have felt like they were living a lie. Now, finally, that's changing. And you have the nerve to say something like this. Like, it blows my mind. And I feel like this is common sense to most people, but unfortunately it's not. I even saw people, some in my family, people that I'm close to, posting things online around that time saying, well, I think all of a sudden my poodle wants to be a lab. I think my poodle's just gonna be a lab now, and if anybody refers to it as a poodle, I'm gonna be pissed because this is clearly a lab because they think they're a lab and they went on and it was this long, ridiculous post. It's so frustrating for me because I make these videos and I say these things that, I would love to believe are common sense. But they're not. People are just so closed-minded and they are so unaware of how hurtful the things that they say really are. They have no idea the struggles that people actually go through. And I almost feel like it's one of those things where it's like, you may be homophobic until you have a gay friend, and then you have a gay friend and your mind opens and good for you. A lot of people need that. I don't feel like at this point in my life I need that. I've never been homophobic. I've actually never had that problem. Even when I was extremely religious, I always stood up for equality when it came to that kind of thing. So I haven't ever needed to have trans friends to be okay with transgender people, but I do have two very close trans friends. Both male to female. One identifies as straight, one identifies as a lesbian. So the separation of gender and sexuality is something that people still don't understand, and I feel like that's an entirely different video that I would like to make and elaborate on because, again, something that I feel like should be common sense clearly is not to most people. But I've had conversations with people about being transgender and like the friends that I have and people that I talk to about it and learning about it, and they just don't get it because, they're like, well, you and me, we're just like straight, girls, and like we were born as girls, so that means we're girls. And I think that like they obviously had something, in their environment, like it was like how they were raised or something, like maybe they didn't have a parent present. That's something that I've heard from more than one person that I know. that I've recently had conversations with that have said these things. They even said, you know, if you're a man transgendered to a woman and you like women, why wouldn't you just stay a man? Because if you're a man and you're attracted to women, then why isn't that just great? Like, isn't that just how it should be? And I actually have to explain to these people, like, imagine if you felt like a woman and you wanted to be feminine and petite and wear dresses and have makeup and have like things that made you feel beautiful, and you know, you're not who you want to be. You look in the mirror and you see someone else. You look down and there's a penis where you just don't feel like there should be one, and it makes you feel like not yourself. I haven't experienced it, they haven't experienced it, so it's hard for anyone to know, but these are the conversations that I've had with close friends of mine, and they struggle, and they hurt, and they're depressed. And it is such, like, it's so hard for me to hear people be so hateful about these things whenever I have to be on the phone with my friends trying to convince them to not hurt themselves. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. It's so frustrating for me to see people be so hateful over things that they don't understand at all. And I have to listen to it, and I have to make my friends feel better, and I have to tell them that they're normal and that they're okay, because they are. And stuff like this, whether you're a radical feminist or you're a crazy Republican or you're super religious, I don't care. Just stop judging people. Stop assuming that you know how it is to live their life. Stop assuming that you think it's so easy to just be what society wants you to be and go against who you are. You haven't experienced it. You don't know what it's like. And it's hard for me to make a video on this topic because I feel like I'm speaking out of place, but I just feel like so discouraged by society and by people that I know that they can be like this, you know? Because I see that they're good people, but they still do things that are so hurtful to people that I care very much about, and it's hard. And I feel bad for this whole entire Bruce Jenner situation. I feel bad for all the feelings and emotions that are involved with that. And I feel bad for anyone who feels like they can't be themselves or that there's something wrong with them. So anyways, that's just my video. I kind of went on a little bit of a rant there, and I didn't expect for it to get that way for me, to be emotional, but it's just something that I've been thinking a lot about, and I've struggled with it with my friends, and I'm really tired of the bullshit. So if people could just start being nice, that'd be great. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it everywhere. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. All my social media links are in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.